Hello everyone, this is Aaron again, back to do another review. Today we're going to be reviewing the Hatsan Gladius, and I just happen to have two of them. Have it in 25 and 22. The 25 is my gun, the 22 is Ken's, and so we're going to be reviewing both these guns, but I'm going to talk about the 25 in terms of doing the review. And we're going to take them both outside and shoot them, and just be able to talk a little bit about the calibers and which one I might like better in terms of accuracy and shooting power and quietness and all those types of things. So let's go ahead with the review of the 25 caliber Hatsan, and then let's go outside and shoot both of them and then come back and do a closing. So let's get started. Today we're looking at a gun that I purchased a couple of years ago because I wanted to try a 25. At that time I thought a 25 was overkill. 22 was about as big as you needed to go. People were telling me that a 25 was the way to go, so this was a cheap one, so I decided to go ahead with it, and I was pleasantly surprised at what this gun offers. Of course, we're talking about the Hatsan Gladius, and this happens to be the Hatsan Gladius long. It comes in a long and a short. This is a long, but the short would probably save you about 4 inches. In terms of that. But before I get into the rest of the review, let me just tell you what comes with this gun, which was really kind of amazing to me, especially when I see guns costing twice as much as this gun cost. And I'll tell you right out at the outset, it was this gun was $799. So this is say $800. And I know guns that cost twice that didn't come with the stuff that this one comes with, and a lot of the features this gun actually comes with. First of all, I think all guns costing over $1,000, $1,200 should come with this, because it's not a really expensive thing. But this gun comes with a case, a really nice case. Has very good lining in it, very soft, really protects the gun. So I really wish that more people would offer cases with their guns. But I'm sure a lot of you guys out there own guns, and you had to go out and buy a case for it after you got it, and then you had to fit it in. It's nice when you get the case and the gun already fits into the case because it's already cut for it and molded for it. So that's a big feature. Another thing comes with it. You get a total set of O-rings for this gun. So if anything goes out on this gun, you have the O-rings for it. You don't have to order them. Okay, I got a $1,800 gun I just ordered O-rings for. It's not going to be simple for them to just drop a package of these in there as Hatsan did. So that's another feature I think this is great for this gun. Second, this gun has the Q Quiet, and the Q Quiet actually has some inserts that you use to put in there to keep it quiet. And I think over time they get lead fouled a little, and they give you some extras going along with that. They give you the O-rings and even the little washer that you need to do a total replacement in there. Again, $800 gun, that comes with it. A degassing tool. So I put a regulator in this gun. I'll talk about that in a minute. And this degassing tool really came in handy when I had to put that regulator in, and then I also had to go and play with that regulator to try to get it to the pressure that I wanted to set it at. So I was able to degas the gun very, very quickly with this. Of course, like all guns, it comes with a probe. But because this gun has a hammer adjuster that we'll talk about in a moment, it also comes with a little tool that helps you in carrying out that function in terms of setting that hammer spring at the tension that you want. So those are the things that come with the gun. And as I said, I got guns costing a lot more than that. Excuse me, costing a lot more than that than didn't come with any of those features. So let's talk about this gun a little bit. Okay, this is a Hatsan Gladius long, as I said. This one is a 25 caliber. You can get it a 17 and a 22. They don't make it in a 30. But I like the gun. If it was a bullpup, and I decided to give it a try. This gun is 34.5 inches long, which is decent for that. And I said, if you want to get the short, you can get the short. But the downside to the short is that it's 100 feet per second slower than this barrel. This barrel, because of the extra length, actually gives you an extra 100 feet per second. Because the pellets in the barrel longer, and therefore can pick up even more velocity. So the long is good. That's why I got it. I got it for that extra velocity that you could get with no more additional air use. Okay, So we talked about the long and the short of it. It has a synthetic stock on it. This synthetic stock is I like the way it feels. It feels like rubber. It doesn't feel like plastic. It feels like rubber. It's tactile. It sticks to your hand well, and it actually feels like you're almost pressing in on it as you hold it. So it really feels good in the hand. And so that's another thing I like a lot about this gun. It comes with an adjustable cheek piece. The adjustable cheek piece can be raised or lowered to your standards of shooting. So that's another great thing that I love about this gun. It's just racked with features. It also has a Picatinny Rail. But the Picatinny Rail, this is unusual. There may be other guns out there that have it. I haven't seen them. This thing will take a Picatinny or a dovetail. Either mount you want to go with for your scope, you can go with it. I wish more guns would do that, because I've had times when I've gotten a gun that was Picatinny when all I had was that, and I had to go and order the scope rings for it. But if we had that option, it would be wonderful. Another thing this gun comes with, it comes with 3 Picatinny rails up front, one on either side, and of course one on the bottom. That's great for if you are pesting at night and you need a place to put your IR light, rather than attaching it to your scope. You can attach it right to the gun, plus any other mounts, any other flashlights, any other things you want to attach. So that's another thing you don't find on other guns. Matter of fact, most guns that you get, and I'm quite sure you know or will agree, you have to drill into them to even get one Picatinny rail up front. So again, that's another thing that I really like about the gun. Of course, this gun has a side cocking lever. I won't flip it around, but it has a side cock lever, and I take the levers over bolt action any day. It's just, again, that mechanical advantage. It makes the gun easy to cock. Now this gun here cocks all the way back there. We hit the spring, you got to give it a pretty good tug to get that spring cocked. But again, if I was a bolt action, it would be a lot more difficult than it is right now. Another thing, and I talked about this a lot in my other videos that I love about this gun, it has a 6-way power adjuster. Okay, and it guaranteed, if you can start this thing at this is the 25. I think I had it at right around 900. You can click it all the way down to 550. I think the lowest setting was 550, maybe even in the 4s. So if you want to go inside and start shooting at some varmints inside, or you're shooting at some varmints and you don't want that thing to go through and do much damage on the other side, you can pare this thing down and get it down to a point where it's not going to cause a lot of difficulty in terms of pellets going through your prey and traveling on to do extra damage after the fact, so to speak. So the 6-way power adjuster is something I just really love. Now, as I said earlier, with this tool that comes with it, the hammer spring is totally adjustable. It's adjustable from the back, and this tool allows you to do that. I'm not going to get into it because you'll see that in your instructions once you get the gun, if you decide to get it. So this gun is totally tunable. Okay, between that hammer spring and the 6-way power adjuster, you can set this gun to the pellets you want to shoot and the speed that you want to shoot it. Again, another big thing for me in guns, because most of the time you get a gun to shoot 930, and all of a sudden you're shooting, and the things that are looking beyond that target that you're shooting at look a little bit, vulnerable to a pellet traveling at that speed. You can't do anything about it except pass up the shot or damage the building or whatever it is that is behind it. But this gun here, you could crank it down and take that shot. So another thing that I really like about it, another thing this gun comes with, and this is amazing, it comes with 4 clips. I have guns where I'm paying $100 a clip for, another one paying $29 a clip for, and you only get 1 clip with the gun. You got to pay $100 for the second one. This one comes with 4. How come more manufacturers can? And not only that, but place a holder back here that holds 3 of the pellets, while the other one is 3 of the magazines, while 1 is actually being used. So you can flip those things out, flip them out, and you can shoot. And I think this is a 9-shot. So that's about what, 36 shots or something like that you got before you even have to think about loading another pellet. I like that. When you're out there and you're shooting and you're pesting or whatever, and those shots are coming up quick, you don't want to stop and load that magazine when things are really starting to get fun. So that's another thing. this thing here, I've only seen it. This next feature, I've only seen it on this gun. I'm sure it may be on others, but none of the ones I tested so far that I know of anyway. This thing is anti-double feed. You cannot stack pellets in this thing. Okay, you cock this thing and you forget it's cocked and you pull it back again. You say, oh, it's no problem. Until that trigger is pulled, that magazine is not going to rotate. So you're never going to double feed. An $800 gun with all of these features. Now I will say this about this gun. Stop right here and say that the gun is heavy. It comes in at 10 pounds. Okay, so it is a heavy gun. It's not for the faint at heart, but it is a gun that if you get past that weight, then you can really appreciate this gun with all of the things that it offers and the price that it comes with for offering those things. It has an integrated suppressor. I talked about that earlier when I talked about the too quiet and the extra peppy. So this gun is backyard friendly. It's quiet. It's very quiet for me. It has a 2-stage adjustable trigger. We like that. Always want to get that trigger down to a point where we really just want to touch that thing and have it go. Now the tank on it is 255 cc's, and it's removable. So you can actually buy additional cylinders for this thing to take into the field if you want to take a bottle with you. So that's good. And they're not very expensive. I can't remember what the price is now, but they're not very expensive. Talked about the air discharging tool. You fill this thing to 200 bar or 2,900 psi, and it's going to give you 35 shots, 35 good shots before it drops off. Now, like I said, I did put a regulator in here, and I got it set shooting at about 830, which I found to be optimal for this gun in terms of what I was shooting, and I had it up to 880 at one time, but I dropped it down a little bit because I didn't need an extra 50 feet per second or anything. But I was shooting, but I'm shooting JSB 25.4 grains. If you were to put in one of the 18 grains in this thing, you'll be lights out. You'll be up in the 900s quickly without any problem. So that is the gun. And also one other thing it doesn't come with. I'm sure that you guys have heard about the old double tap when the hammer comes up. The hammer actually comes up, hits the valve, knocks it open, the air shoots out, it bounces off and comes back, hit it again, and that second hit is wasted air, and therefore it cuts down on your air, on your use of air and your shot count. This gun has an anti-knock air saver in it that doesn't allow the trigger to double hit on the valve to knock it back open again for that second puff of air. So when you think about this gun, the only downside I can say to this gun here is that it's heavy, 10.5 pounds. But boy, most of these other features that you don't find on anything else, I don't even find them on guns costing $1,200, $1,400, $1,600 guns that don't have the features this one have. So Hatsan has got that right in terms of the features, in terms of accuracy. This gun is accurate. Okay, we'll take it outside in a few minutes, and I'll come back and I'll show you the accuracy of it. Right now, I won't be able to go to the range today, so I'm going to be shooting in the backyard. It's starting to get cold here, and we'll shoot out to 30 yards, and you'll see how accurate it is. And after we shoot it, we'll come back in for some closing comments, and let's go see what this gun will do. All right. This is the Hatsan Gladius 22 caliber, 18.13 grain at 30 yards. Let's see how she does. I want you guys to know that was the 22, of course. I want you guys to know I pulled this shot here. That's why I shot 6. I was only going to shoot 5. This is a pull on me. That's the true pattern right there. So that's the 22. Let's go in and close this review out. Well, that's the Hatsan Gladius in 25 caliber. This gun I paid $7.99 for it, plus shipping. I think it was about 2 years ago. I see them now. I think I saw one time for $5.99. So I think for the money and for the gun, it's a great gun. The only thing I have against the gun is that it's a bit heavy, coming in at 10 pounds. But as far as the features that I've talked about, it's amazing what features this gun has on it. And the biggest one for me is the fact that it has a power wheel for adjusting that, and the hammer spring can be adjusted from back here. That's big because you can tune your own gun to your pellet at the speed that you want to shoot it. So that's it. Another review down. Hope to do some more in the future. Thank you again, guys, for watching and for subscribing and for your comments. And we'll see you very soon.